Hey Leo, welcome to part 2 of your weekly reading for May 2nd to 8th. If you want to see part 1, it'll be linked in the description box. So, part 1 was about your health and your physical health and getting the help you need and acknowledging that just because you aren't getting it doesn't mean that's the way it has to be. So what we're going to do now is dive in with the rest of the Oracle card decks and see what other messages are here for you. Oh, I do want to re-mention as well that the number 5, well, I don't think I said it, but the number 5 and the number 1111 are both angel numbers for you to look out for. All right, you have Archangel Felier and Archangel Jules. Already from the card of Archangel Jules, go with the flow. I'm getting that go with the flow of how you feel. How you feel physically. If you're not all right physically, then things need to go according to that and that purely. I feel like your emotions are more, like your emotional feelings are more tangible than your physical feelings at sometimes because you're just able to really apply yourself to whatever you gotta do. It's cool, but it's not the way you think for this month. For this month, it's really, you are to be served. Because like I said in part 1, ill people should be taken care of. They shouldn't have to do backflips for care. That's just... Inner child. I mean, yeah. Like I was saying, you might be totally just used to not being taken care of. And that sort of affirmation, if you will, it runs so deep that you barely even notice it. And you have the codependency card. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. I wonder if it's as hard as an addiction to really be rid of, where you really have to change and not change, sort of open up a certain level of consciousness that you didn't previously have. Like it's just starting to bud, but it's really not it's it's not an obvious change to make, you know? Like it's not it's it seems unnatural. But where for everybody else it's just such a common thing to be cared for. You're just like, what is that? Don't I have to pay for it? You know? Like you're just such a stranger to something that everyone should be entitled to and that most people in your surroundings have always had. And I think that it's even hard for the people in your surroundings to think that you don't have it despite your behaviors previously of seeing you having to fend for yourself because you simply don't. Wow. Wow, that's really something. See if I can pull any other angel numbers for you. Ooh, 1010, the number of growth. The number 5 again. Number 5 is the number of Leo, if I'm not mistaken. Also, this is the month of May, so the 5th month of the year. There's the 5-5 portal, right? The 5th of May, upcoming. Or actually, it's during this week. You know, when I did the monthlies on the monthly signs and synchronicities on Instagram for the sign groups, 5-5 portal came up as being not very impactful. Like the new moon, the full moon, new moon that's technically not taking place during May this year. But the full moon, I think it's the full moon in Scorpio. Known to, and there's the lunar eclipse, right? Very big change. So it's almost a given that the 5-5 portal be not very impactful, but I feel like just because it's there, that it has the potential to be, and I feel like maybe for you Leo it is, but for like the rest of the zodiac signs, not so much. And that goes for anybody with very prominent Leo placements too. Like, I feel like the first week of May could really be shifty for you. There's like this sweet silence. There's a saying that makes me think of, it's like, you know, you're good friends when the silence is comfortable. I feel like you need to remember that for your connections this month. Finally, something something outside. Like, I'm not saying that your health is not important, obviously, but I feel like even though it's taking the forefront, it'd be nice for you to just think about your connections a little bit or something else. So there's probably a good lightness to your friendships, but in case anybody tries to reconnect with you from the past, just remember that saying. You know you're good friends when the silence is comfortable.